On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Survey.
An investigation of the opinions, behavior, etc. of a particular group of people, made by asking people questions.
Examples:
A comprehensive survey. Recent survey. That survey shows that people are accepting the tax increase to some extent.
Numeracy.
The ability to understand and work with numbers, particularly in the context of everyday life and practical applications.
Examples:
Basic numeracy. Numeracy test results. Numeracy skills are important in many industries, including finance and science.
Shock.
A strong feeling or physical reaction to a sudden and unexpected event or experience, especially something unpleasant.
Examples:
Death from shock. Shock resistant. He got an electric shock at work.
Low end.
Referring to the lower quality or less expensive version of a product or technology, typically associated with budget options or basic functionality.
Examples:
Low-end smartphone. Low-end product. They bought a low-end laptop for basic web browsing and word processing tasks.
Fraction.
A small part or item forming a piece of a whole, the quotient of two rational numbers.
Examples:
A fractional share of the vote. A numerator in a fraction. He spent only a fraction of his earnings.
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per hundred.
Examples:
The percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Decimal.
Based on or counted in the number 10.
Examples:
Decimal system. An infinite decimal. The decimal point separates the whole number from the fractional part.
Prompt.
To make someone decide to or try to do something, or to make something happen.
Examples:
Prompt a feeling of hunger. Prompt a debate. That incident prompted a nationwide chain reaction regarding the crackdown on illegal groups.
Policy.
A set of rules, guidelines, principles, or procedures that govern decision-making or action, often used in the context of business or government, A course of action or plan of action adopted or followed by an organization or individual to achieve a goal or objective.
Examples:
Health policy, foreign policy. The company's new policy on remote work has made it a more inclusive workplace.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Shocking.
Extremely or surprisingly bad, or causing a strong emotional response such as surprise or disgust.
Examples:
Shocking response. Shocking revelation. The news of the accident was shocking and left many in shock.
Prefer.
To like, choose, or want one thing or person better than another.
Examples:
Prefer physics to chemistry. Prefer a window seat. The birds prefer open water areas with reeds around them.
Reaction.
A response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples:
Chemical reaction. Trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event. The act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education. Self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Graph.
A picture consisting of a line, lines, points, etc., that shows how two or more sets of certain quantities are related to each other.
Examples:
Graph theory. A graph sample. This bar graph shows sales over the past 5 years.
Definitely.
Without any question and beyond doubt, clearly.
Examples:
Definitely become a problem. Say definitely. The paper is definitely worth reading thoroughly.
Herd.
A group of animals of the same type that live or are kept together as livestock.
Examples:
Herd of cattle. The common herd. He was riding herd on the sheep during the day.
Inadvertently.
Unintentionally, accidentally, without purpose or deliberate intent.
Examples:
Inadvertently deleted. Inadvertently omitted. I inadvertently left my phone at home this morning and felt lost.
Dichotomy.
A division or contrast between two things that are or are represented as being opposed or entirely different. A sharp contrast between two opposing and mutually exclusive categories or concepts.
Examples:
Moral dichotomy. Psychological dichotomy. The dichotomy between good and evil is common in literature and philosophy.
Immutable.
Unchanging, permanent or unalterable.
Examples:
Immutable love. Immutable characteristics. The laws of physics are immutable, they never change.
Tremendous.
Very great in degree or extent or amount or impact, extremely good.
Examples:
Tremendous amount. Tremendous popularity. We had a tremendous time yesterday.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with a desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Acknowledge.
To accept or admit the existence, reality, or truth of something. To accept that someone or something has a particular authority or quality. To express obligation, thanks, or gratitude for someone's help, commitment, etc.
Examples:
Acknowledge the deed. Acknowledge his help. He never acknowledged his fault.
Mathematics.
The science dealing with the logic of quantities, shapes, spaces, and arrangement.
Examples:
A good grounding in mathematics. Mathematics competition. He has a flair for mathematics.
Precision.
The quality or condition of being exact and accurate.
Examples:
A precision instrument. Speak with precision. This operation requires both patience and precision.
Certainty.
The state of being certain.
Examples:
Scientific certainty. Reach certainty about the theory. Through investigation, his suspicions hardened into certainty.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Convert.
To turn something into a different form, to transform.
Examples:
Convert fat into energy. Convert base 10 to base 16. I want to convert my sadness into strength.
Undergraduate.
A student who is studying for their first degree at a university or other higher education institution.
Examples:
Engineering undergraduate. Undergraduate course. The class was composed of both undergraduate and graduate students.
Excel.
To be extremely good at or proficient in doing something.
Examples:
Excel in description. Excel at communication. The company excels in customer service.
Graphics.
Images, designs, or drawings used in websites, books, magazines, etc.
Examples:
Computer graphics. Graphics engine. My dream is to become a great graphics designer like her.
Etymology.
The study of the origin and history of words, including changes in meaning and form over time, the history of a particular word or phrase.
Examples:
Etymology dictionary. The etymology of a word. The study of etymology helps us to understand the origins of words.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Fascination.
The state of being intensely interested in someone or something, or a powerful attraction.
Examples:
Wrapped in fascination. The fascination with classical music. I looked at the painting in fascination.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things, to narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship, to empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Peer.
A person who has the same age, status, or ability.
Examples:
Peer group. Peer review. Among young people, peer pressure can be pretty influential.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Representative.
Someone who speaks or acts officially on behalf of another person or group of people.
Examples:
An official representative. Sales representative. The media representatives had special passes.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Variation.
The act or state of changing, a difference or change in the way something is done, made, or said.
Examples:
Variation of temperature. Gene variation. There is a lot of variation in the colors of flowers in the garden.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Thrill.
A feeling of extreme and sudden excitement and pleasure, to cause someone to feel sudden intense sensation or emotion.
Examples:
The thrill of speed. Incredible thrill. Skydiving is an overwhelming thrill for many people.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Comprise.
To include or consist of something, the act of making up or forming something.
Examples:
Comprise a large percentage. Comprise the recent past. The team comprises players from different countries.
Entirely.
Completely.
Examples:
entirely satisfied with the meal. He was entirely to blame. Later, his claim was found to be entirely false.
Pregnant.
Having a baby or young animal developing in the uterus.
Examples:
Needs of pregnant women. A silence pregnant with suspense. She vacated the position when she got pregnant.
Apoplectic.
Overcome with anger, rage, or extreme indignation, extremely furious or enraged, of medicine, related to or indicating a stroke.
Examples:
Apoplectic about the decision. Apoplectic fit. Her apoplectic rage was evident as she shouted and slammed the door.
Dot.
A very small circular mark, especially one that is printed.
Examples:
Connecting the dots. Dot blot method. The wallpaper had a pattern of pink dots on a white surface.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Overweight.
Weighing more than is considered normal, desirable, or healthy for a particular height and build.
Examples:
Dangerously overweight. An overweight patient. The doctor advised him to lose weight and maintain a healthy diet to avoid becoming overweight.
Obese.
Excessively overweight, particularly to the point of being a serious health risk, having a body mass index, BMI, of 30 or more.
Examples:
Obese individuals. Obese children. The doctor warned him that his obese condition put him at risk for numerous health problems.
Quarter.
One of 4 equal parts, a fourth part or portion.
Examples:
A quarter mile. End of the first quarter. The unemployment rate in the first quarter was 2.3 percentage points higher than in the previous.
Rural.
Of or relating to the countryside.
Examples:
Rural accents. People in rural areas. Many rural areas are still impoverished.
Split.
To divide, or to make something divide into 2 or more parts, especially along a particular line.
Examples:
Split a bill. Split a reward equally. Companies often split their shares to lower the stock price and encourage investors to buy.
Halfway.
In or at a point midway or an equal distance between 2 points.
Examples:
Halfway through my journey. halfway decent job. The famous restaurant stands halfway up the hill.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
extraordinary ability, extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
economical use of her time, an economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
collaborate with colleagues, former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Disjoint.
Not connected or joined, lacking coherence or coordination.
Examples:
disjoint sets, disjoint events. The disjoint puzzle pieces made it difficult to complete the jigsaw.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
perceive a threat, perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Intuitive.
Obtained through feelings rather than facts or proof.
Examples:
intuitive eating, intuitive judgment. I had an intuitive feeling that I might be pregnant.
Statistician.
A person who studies or is an expert in statistics.
Examples:
professional statisticians, environmental statistician. The firm employs several statisticians to develop a recommendation engine.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
influence a child's future, influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
norm of action, cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Blind.
Unable to see, unable or unwilling to perceive or understand the true nature of something.
Examples:
blind to the beauties, blind spot. She was nearly blind due to severe diabetes.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover or understand.
Examples:
obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Repercussion.
An effect or consequence of something, especially an unwelcome one, of an event or action.
Examples:
the repercussion of an action. Cultural repercussion. The decision had far-reaching repercussions and affected many people.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Geography.
A field of science devoted to the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth.
Examples:
geography class. Economic geography. She did well on her geography exam.
Reframe.
To reinterpret, rephrase, or redefine an issue, situation, or question in a different way.
Examples:
reframe resource allocation. Reframe problem. The therapist tried to reframe his negative thoughts.
Accurate.
Correct and exact in all details.
Examples:
provide accurate information. Accurate measurements. The official transcript contains accurate academic records.
Devise.
To come up with an idea, plan, theory, etc., using your intelligence or imagination.
Examples:
devise a plan. Devise a literary plot. They had to devise a system that did not depend on fossil fuels.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Census.
An official count or survey of a population, typically recording various details such as age, sex, occupation, and education levels.
Examples:
census data. Population census. The government conducted a census of the population to gather data on demographics.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
conscious effort. conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Isotype.
A variant form of a gene or an antibody molecule characterized by differences in genetic sequence, structure, or function.
Examples:
immunoglobulin isotype. Isotype switching. Scientists use isotype antibodies to study different types of proteins in cells.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Icon.
A picture or statue of a holy person considered to be a sacred thing, a little icon on the screen of a computer or smartphone that denotes an application or a file.
Examples:
icon for young people. Television icon. Some comic book characters are considered gay icons.
Background.
The details of a person's social heritage, such as family, vocational or educational experience, past information that is essential to understanding a situation or problem.
Examples:
a background color. A criminal background. The company's hiring criteria emphasize personality, not a person's background.
Quantity.
The amount or number of something, magnitude.
Examples:
half quantity. Residual quantity. In southward, the average annual water quantity increases.
Resort.
A place where many people go for rest, sport, or another stated purpose. Verb turn to or take a course of action, especially an extreme or undesirable one, to resolve a difficult circumstance.
Examples:
resort to desperate measures. A last resort. If both countries resort to nuclear deterrence, the consequence could be mutual destruction.
Ratio.
The relative size or amount of one thing to another, typically expressed in the form of a fraction or decimal.
Examples:
debt-to-income ratio. Ratio of boys to girls. The ratio of water to sugar in the recipe is 1:2.
Layout.
The way in which the parts of something are arranged or set out.
Examples:
a keyboard layout. The layout of a book. He designed the layout of the office to maximize efficiency.
Drag.
To pull or haul with force.
Examples:
Drag a chair over. Drag a team down. He dragged the heavy suitcase behind him as he walked.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
Slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Submit.
To give or offer a document, proposal, etc., to a decision maker for examination or consideration.
Examples:
Agree to submit the bill. Submit an application. Please submit the assignment to me.
Animate.
To make something full of interest and energy.
Examples:
Animate the body. Animate his soul. The positive attitude of the supervisor animated the discussion.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Underestimate.
To think or suppose that a quantity, price, or size is smaller than it is.
Examples:
Underestimate an enemy. Underestimate the probability. They frequently underestimated their abilities and felt inferior.
Ownership.
The state or fact of possessing, controlling, or having the right to something, the legal and moral right to use or dispose of something as one chooses.
Examples:
Property ownership. Share ownership. The company's ownership has changed hands several times in the past few years.
Mortgage.
A loan secured by the collateral of a specific property, such as a house, that is repaid over a set period of time with interest, the legal agreement governing this loan.
Examples:
Mortgage payment. Fixed rate mortgage. They were able to purchase their dream home with a mortgage from the bank.
Hedge.
A fence formed by a line of bushes or shrubs. Verb, limit or avoid something such as duties, issues, and questions by conditions or exceptions.
Examples:
Snip at a hedge. Hedge fund firm. The best way to hedge financial risks is to diversify your portfolio.
Bet.
To risk money on the result of an event or a competition, such as a race or game, to get more money, to have faith or confidence in something.
Examples:
Bet on a race. Bet my future. I bet that you know it.
Clue.
An object, a piece of evidence, or some information that helps someone to find the answer to a problem, question, or mystery.
Examples:
A clue about the crime. A clue to the diagnosis. The police couldn't find a clue to her whereabouts.
Revert.
To return to a previous state or condition, to reply.
Examples:
Revert to a heavy smoker. Revert to the original subject. After trying the new software, I reverted to the old version.
Heuristic.
Relating to a trial and error method of problem solving, often involving learning from one's mistakes and using feedback to improve one's approach, also used to describe a problem-solving method or approach that is practical, efficient, or intuitive.
Examples:
Heuristic reasoning. Heuristic algorithm. The teacher used a heuristic method to teach the complex topic in a simple way.
Bias.
A strong feeling in favor of or against one group of people, an idea, or thing, often not based on fair judgment.
Examples:
Bias against a big company. Have a bias towards socialism. She researched gender bias in politics.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
Not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Gamification.
The use of game design elements and techniques in non-game contexts to engage and motivate people to achieve their goals.
Examples:
Gamification of education. Use gamification to learning. The company implemented a gamification program to encourage employees to meet their sales targets.
Animation.
The technique of photographing successive drawings or positions of puppets or models to create an illusion of movement when the film is shown as a sequence. Enthusiasm and energy in the way you look or behave.
Examples:
Animation studio. Animation film. The animation of the characters in the movie was so realistic, and it was as if they were there.
Preconceived.
Of an idea or opinion, formed beforehand, especially without evidence for its truth or usefulness.
Examples:
A preconceived notion. Preconceived opinions. We should start a discussion from scratch with no preconceived ideas.
Ambition.
A strong wish to do or achieve something.
Examples:
An ambition for political power. Boundless ambition. Greed and ambition composed his personality.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Engaging.
Attracting, pleasant, or charming.
Examples:
engaging story. An engaging smile. She was disbarred for her engaging in fraud.
Launch.
To send or propel something into the air or space using a device such as a rocket, missile, or spacecraft, to make something available or on sale for the first time.
Examples:
launch a spaceship into orbit. Launch a big attack. The company is set to launch its new product line next month.
Spark.
To start something or make it grow, especially suddenly, to emit a tiny piece of fire or electricity.
Examples:
spark his interest. Spark a chain reaction. The bankruptcy of the giant conglomerate sparked turmoil in the stock market.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Largely.
Virtually entirely, to a large degree.
Examples:
largely accepted. Largely mitigate the issue. Nevada is largely a desert state.
Dominate.
To have or control a lot of power and influence over somebody or something.
Examples:
dominate possession. Dominate over the weak. The perspective of his right brain dominates his consciousness. Misconception. A belief or an idea that is wrong because it has been based on faulty thinking, understanding, or hypothesis.
Examples:
dispel the misconception. Commonly held misconception. There are numerous misconceptions about food and health. Politician. A person who is a member of a government or law-making organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc. Examples: a politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal. Claim. To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
Numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Fascinate.
To attract and hold the attention of someone deeply and irresistibly.
Examples:
Fascinate the public. Fascinate the young. The magic tricks fascinated the children.